Hi world, my name is Melinda and welcome to Universe Lovers. On today's video, I am recreating an Instagram inspired nail art look, and I just wanted to add a little bit of my touches in there to just spice it up a bit and cater more to the personality of my client. So if you would love to see what that looks like, then stay with me. Join. So here we see an image of the nail inspired look that caught my eye, and I'm actually going to be doing this on natural nails. My niece has small little fingers. It's going to be all types of fingers that you're going to be working with when you're a nail tech or when you're a nail enthusiast, so it's good to kind of like play around and get to know how to maneuver these different types of nails because they are all their own little world. I'm actually pushing back the cuticle because it's super important to always push back the cuticle and just clipping off and nipping whatever little bits of cuticle that we need to remove off of the nail plate to have a successful application. And I'm just making sure to do that gently because every person's skin type is different. Some people have thinner skin, some people have rougher skin, so you just need to be mindful and not overdo it because that's when it can get dangerous and blood could come out. Sometimes there's instances where a person just bleeds off of anything, but for the most part just be super careful. And I was doing that with her, and also by me pushing back her cuticle and nipping the dead cuticle that's on her nail plate, I am able to elongate her natural nails. So instead of her fingers looking so small and stubby, now she has more nail room and more nail estate for me to work on, and also it just makes her nails look nice and long. So perfect way to elongate the nails. Also, for me, shaping is everything. Like, I think that's a step that you shouldn't skip, that you should really work on practicing more on and executing, because the better the nail shape, the better the overall picture of the nail. Honestly, it's one of the things that I really take pride in, is making sure that the nail is shaped quite beautifully. Next, I'm going to be using some tools that I use to just, that's like an extra clean, like putting in some Clorox to clean. Clorox don't play games. So I just added these extra tools, which are the extra picker uppers, the ones that are gonna like really clean off whatever dead skin is on that nail plate. And this is actually a cuticle bit. This bit is perfect. Just be very mindful because this cuticle bit, although it's small and light and fine in its texture, it can leave divots and dents on the nail. So just be very careful when using this bit, especially with a person that has very thin nails. You're gonna be super gentle and very light-handed. Then buff off the nails, and then I love to just add a little bit of alcohol to just cleanse the nail. And this is also how I dehydrate the nail as well. I always make sure to clean under the nails because sometimes the person might choose to have a transparent background, like, or the nail polish, they want something that's clear or just like a soft fleshy color, and you will see the dirt under their nails if you do not clean it, so make sure to not skip that step. I'm applying base coat onto her nails, and the base coat, I am making sure it's almost like a wet dry brush, so it's more dry than wet because I know that her nails are so small and I want to make sure it doesn't start to like spill and puddle on the sides, on the lateral sides. So it's important for me to just make sure that I'm like, I'd rather it be more dry where I can be more precise and I can add wherever I'm missing some product, and enough to not, for it to disappear, because sometimes that happens too when you add base coat too little. And then I'm applying some hard gel. She tells me that her nails are quite brittle and soft and they always break, so I thought just adding a thin layer of hard gel would help to maintain a little bit of stableness within her nails and for her to be able to keep her nails since she's a nail biter. So I just applied a thin layer over each one of her nails, and I made sure that I used the cuticle pushers, nail cleaning part, or cuticle cleaning part, to clean off the edges. Now I'm just gonna lightly file off the hard gel and level it out. I did this with a 180 grit nail file to not take off too much of the product because I didn't apply that much on there. And then I made sure to cleanse the nail, and now I'm applying base coat once again because I am prepping the nail for gel polish. and some nail art. Yee! That's my favorite part. I love nail art, if you didn't know. Now I'm applying a fleshy tone color. This is like a nice peachy pink color. It's so beautiful. So if you're not into color like that, this is a great tone to put on your nails. Especially some jobs do not like too much color, and this is a perfect way to do it, where you still get a little hint of color and some shine, but it's suitable for work purposes. I just like to clean off the sides, and now I'm going in with this vibrant green. She's very emo slash rocker slash, you know, anime type of personality, so I wanted to enhance that and just share that a little bit more through her nails, and also like let her see things, you know, see herself in different pictures, right? Sometimes you don't know what you want and the person can kind of pull it out of you, and I'm that kind of person. So I decided to just make some nail art that would really make her feel fun and excited every time she looked at her nails. I feel like that's the point of getting your nails done, for them to look good, but also they make you feel good. You're like, I'm just going in with some nail art brushes and just redoing the design that I see online. And just like I told you from the beginning, I felt like it needed more because it was a little too simplistic, and I know that she's young and she always likes to look real good, and she dress up, and she's just all about fashionista stuff. So I added my own little touches by adding the hot pink in there, adding that third tone, adding some extra lines, and all these little things switched up. That's why I said it was like an inspired look with my own inspiration, because they just needed a little more oomph for her personality. Now I'm applying some top coat, and I'm also applying a little dollop of gel glue for the rhinestones that I'm applying with a gem picker. Next, I'm applying some matte nail polish on top, because I felt like painting it matte would give it that extra like edge that it needed. I felt like it being clear was like, oh, it's beautiful, it's shiny, but she's more like, I'm a badass. So I made sure with a thin brush to just go around the edges, around the cuticle area, on the sides, the lateral sides, to make sure that all that area was matted out with the nail polish. And not to touch the rhinestones, to make sure they kept their shine, because if you apply matte coat onto the gemstones, they are going to be matted, which is more like a flat color onto the nails. And this is what it originally looked like, and this is what I created. So of course there's got to be some extraness going on, because it cannot be anything else but extra when it comes to me. I'm going to jazz up her hands a little bit more, so I just took a little Sharpie and we just applied some dots, and I went dot crazy. Because I see a lot of people that have these tattoos and I love them, but I would never tattoo my hands. No offense to anyone who does it. I'm just like, I don't even have a tattoo. I just love like hand tattoos, especially when they're very minimalistic. So I just decided like, hey, why not do what I love and she might love? So I just Sharpie tatted her hands. Fingers. Now I'm applying some cuticle oil, because I do a lot of cuticle work and I did a lot of cutting of the cuticle and filing. So sometimes that can cause a little like dryness or irritation towards the cuticle area. So applying some good cuticle oil, it just brings it back to life like this. Like think of your hair, and when you put a deep conditioner in your hair, how your hair just bounces back. It just has more flex to it, it's more bouncy, it's more shiny. Same thing for the cuticles. You want to make sure that you apply some cuticle oil, especially after doing cuticle work. Just giving back, nourishing the cuticles so that they can stay healthy and they don't start to peel, and you don't start to get hangnails, and like you pull one off and now you're like bleeding, you're crying and can't touch anything, and like, yeah, you know the story. So I'm just making sure to really get that in using a brush from, these are actually paint brushes that I bought a set of, and they work for different things. They actually, I found use for them, and I recommend the same for you. So we're doing that to each and every nail and making sure that it's hydrated, it's nourished, and that it is looking good, honestly, because you know, you don't want to get nails done and then you have like dry white cuticles. No, it's not the wave. So yes, so I make sure to rub that into the cuticle, And we're all done here. Look. Oh, I think they're so bomb.com. I'm looking down at the monitor, that's why. But yeah, this looks so great. I love it. I think for short nails it's such a great touch. It shows you that even with short nails you can create a lot on the nail plate, on your nails. And it looks fantastic. I love it. She loved it. She was so surprised. I had to throw some bling bling on there because, you know, life ain't the same without a little bling bling, you know? So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think it turned out fantastic. I loved it. I thought it was like perfect for her. If you know my niece, you know she loves this type of stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a pleasure sharing this with you. You guys have a terrific day and stay tuned for more videos, okay? Bye bye.